Greetings. I am the Reverend Dr. Janet P. Caldwell, and I serve as pastor of congregational care and worship here at the First Baptist Church Incorporated of North Brentwood in Maryland, where the Reverend Dr. Dwayne T.K. serves as the senior pastor. I share with a group of pastors and ministers in facilitating the Wednesday Night Life Application Bible Study class, otherwise known as Labs. Well, on last week, Wednesday, March the 1st, we began our study from a new theme entitled My Encounter with Jesus. The topic of the lesson, Jesus Met My Greatest Need, a topic generated from the theme, gave us an up-close and personal view of Jesus meeting the Samaritan woman at the well. And in studying this lesson from the 4th chapter of John, we discovered that only Jesus can truly satisfy our thirst. In this week's lesson, as we shared from the topic, Jesus Restored My Life, taken from John the 5th chapter, verses 2 through 11 and 19 through 21, we met a paralyzed man, a disabled man, considered in the NIV translation as an invalid, a man who laid on a mat for 38 years, believing that he needed someone to put him in the so-called stirring, healing waters of the Bethesda pool when occasion called for those waters to move. Are you serious? I mean, he laid on that mat. He was stuck on that mat for 38 years. And as a result, this man became hopeless, helpless, with a lost sense of life. But then it wasn't until Jesus came along and met him at his need. I said that it wasn't until Jesus came along and met him at his need. As the theme of our study suggests, this man had an encounter with Jesus, that Jesus spoke to him and commanded him to get up, pick up his mat, and walk. It was there that we saw that after 38 years of lying on a mat, that this paralyzed, disabled man was now able to stand. Now that's a hallelujah moment right there. I mean, all it took was for Jesus to show up and speak a powerful word. And with his speaking such a word, this man was healed, delivered, and set free from his paralysis. My God. But there is power in the word, and that word is Jesus. But Jesus met this man at his need, restored him, and his life was changed forever. Now, the takeaway from this lesson is that Jesus willingly steps into your miserable state. Jesus willingly speaks to your condition. Jesus willingly restores your dead situation. And then how do we, as believers in him, apply this word to our lives? Well, it's suggested that we can practice trusting that Jesus is able to meet you where you are. We can practice trusting that Jesus is able to deliver you from your paralysis. We can practice trusting that Jesus is able to heal your wounded spirit. And we can practice trusting that Jesus is able to set you free from bondage. Then we can practice trusting that Jesus is able to restore your brokenness. So I could go on talking about this, but I do need to stop here. But look, we'll be back next week, same time, same station, and would love for you to join us on Zoom as we continue studying from the theme, My Encounter with Jesus, where we will be engaged from the thought that Jesus gave me grace and forgiveness. Well, I'm signing off for now, but I look forward to seeing you next week. And I pray that God's richest blessings will continue to be yours. Be blessed.